Let's talk about joy and boredom. Sometimes when you are building something in business, or when you are in a practice in your life, or when you are a certain number of, let's say, years into a romantic relationship, and there are certain things that you've put in as a matter of not necessarily routine. It might be routine, but it might also just be sort of like foundational fundamentals or just basic nutrition, in your relationships or in your life. I think some of those things can start to become boring. I think they can become boring for a number of reasons. First, sometimes just the familiarity of them can be boring, But also, I think, and this is definitely true in my case, sometimes we can gravitate towards the security of the repetition, the safety, it's almost like we want to outsource the risk of building something meaningful to the routines. And I think when we do that, we lose the joy of what we're building, the connection to a sense of purpose. And the experience can be boredom or tedium. And it's not that there's anything wrong with that experience. I do think that's an important experience. I think we need to be good with boredom, and I think we need to be okay with routine. But I also think we need to be cautious about this, because I think our lives are meant to include joy. So if the boredom starts displacing your joy, I think that's a good signal that maybe it's time to look. Have I outsourced my risk to routine? Have I stopped growing and expanding? Or have I somehow martyred myself to some sense of duty or doing the right thing instead of seeking that which enlivens my soul? So I don't know about you, but I just really think the world could use a whole heck of a lot more joy right now. Joy in everything, joy in service, of being of service to one another, of taking care of each other, joy of doing that which we love, the joy of being in our relationships. All of it, the joy of being successful, the joy of struggling. So I'm committed to getting refocused on joy. I have a lot of great routines in my life right now that are really working, but they have been at least my experiences, they have been displacing the joy. Maybe I've been displacing the joy in the routines, I don't know. But I'm committing myself to bringing more joy into my life and into the world through my life. And I'm inviting you to join me in this, because God, what is more needed right now than people who are joyously contributing to each other? So I hope you'll join me in this. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a glorious day.